lesson, The Gentleman of Rio and Medio, and the poem I Am the Land. The character of this lesson is as follows. 1. Don Anselmo, simple, old, respectful man in Rio and Medio. Americans, buyer of the land of Don Anselmo. Story narrator, mediator between Don Anselmo and Americans. Surveyor, who measured the land of the Don Anselmo. Children, Don Anselmo's kin. Points to remember in this lesson. Don Anselmo lived in a village, Rio and Medio. His descendants had lived there. He was a man of principle. He wore old coat, hat and gloves. He carried a cane. He was a man of principle and he was passionate about his land and the children of Rio and Medio. He possessed the land from his descendants. When a child born in Rio and Medio, he planted a tree in the name of that child in his orchard. In Don Anselmo's land, there was a house. It was small and wretched. A little creek ran through his land. His orchard was gnarled and beautiful. So Americans want to buy that land. Don Anselmo agreed to sell his land and the house for $1,200. He thought that Americans were good people and they would become good neighbors to him. Americans offered to give additional amount to the Don Anselmo because they discovered more land he had quoted earlier. Don Anselmo signed the deed and took only $1,200. He did not take additional amount. So after buying the land, Americans moved to the land in Rio and Medio. They replastered the old house, pruned the trees, patched the fence. Every day, the children of Rio and Medio were coming to the land of Americans, playing under the trees, build little play fences and plucking the blossoms. When Americans asked about that, they laughed and talking in Spanish language. Americans worried about that and complained about the children and asked to stop them. They arranged a meeting, but Don Anselmo said that he sold only the land, not the trees. The story narrator tried to convince him, but it was useless. We can expect the extract type of questions in this lesson. Extracts. Don Anselmo, I said to him, we have made a discovery. Who had made the discovery? What was the discovery? How did Don Anselmo react to it? Another extract. I did not sell the trees because I could not. They are not mine. Who, according to the speaker, did the trees belong to? When did the speaker say so? What made the speaker say that the trees were not his? Probable questions are like this. After the survey, why did the Americans offer double the quoted price for the old man's land? Explain briefly the appearance and manners of Don Anselmo. Don Anselmo and the Americans were generous in their own way. Give examples. The storyteller offered the old man almost the double of what he had quoted earlier. Why? The poem I Am the Land, written by Marina di Bellicenta. A summary of the poem is like this. The poem I Am the Land was written by Marina di Bellicenta. In this poem, the earth has been personified and tells us that she waits patiently as human beings say that they own her and thus show disrespect to her. Humans feel that they can shout, tickle the earth by tilling it, grow crops and plant life in her. Children can be seen singing and dancing. Everybody behaves as if he were the owner of the earth. Sometimes there are people who start a war with guns in their hands. They put a fence around the earth and divide her among themselves. But here the earth shouts, "You cannot put a fence around the planet Earth." She asserts herself and tells man that he cannot take her for granted. She is the land and does not belong to anyone, but there is no answer from the humans, and Earth again waits patiently for their response. So questions. How does the poet Marina di Bellicenta express the feelings of the earth? Extract. You cannot put a fence around the planet Earth. Who is the you? What is the tone of the speaker here? Why does it feel so? Thank you for watching.